Yo, 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 Liz Wilcox here with a super juicy episode 123. How much money I made in March 2025. So I don't always do, monthly revenue stuff, but I did just do a launch in March 2025. And you're probably curious how much money I made. And I am a nosy freaking Nelly. And I want everyone to share their money and how much money they made. And so, be the example or be the change you wish to see in the world. So here I am, satisfying all you nosy Nellies' thirst for how much money LizWilcox.com made at that annual pass sale that she did. So I'm just going to go through. I don't know how organized this is going to be. I tried to make it organized, but we'll see how it goes. Number one, the goal for the month was $100,000. That sounds like a lot because it is. That's a lot of money. I remember it was like November 2023 was like, I had a goal of 100K and I was like WERKING working a lot to hit that goal. I was tracking it like every 5 hours. I was doing the most, but it wasn't an out of nowhere number. It was something like, okay, well, based on the numbers of the last launches, I think we can hit it if we pull out all the stops. And now, fast forward a year and a half or whatever, the goal was 100K. I thought we could maybe hit it if we worked really hard. And that's only because in 2024, I was on national television and it was incredibly difficult to maintain my sanity and any growth in the business. So things kind of maintained. There wasn't a lot of growth. I mean, the revenue grew, but I was launching a lot of smaller products more versus this annual pass sale. I didn't do any annual pass sales except for November 2024. So normally I would look at, well, in March 2024, we made this much, so we can expect X percentage of rebills because the annual pass is an annual subscription. It's something that, gets billed every year, but I didn't do anything a year ago. So I was like, I'm going to say 100K, but I don't know if we can make it. I don't know. Spoiler alert, we didn't. We did not hit 100K. I feel like we got pretty close without myself, Patricia, or Amy losing our ever-loving minds, which was more important to me than the 100K, which is a very privileged blessing that I have. Even saying this, like, if you're watching on YouTube or if you've been in my world for a while, anytime I talk about these big numbers, I scrape my tongue because it just feels so weird. Like, y'all, pretty sure my mom, when I was in high school, made like $20,000 a year. Like, I don't know if my mom ever made past minimum wage or much past minimum wage. My mom didn't get past like 8th grade. I think she got into high school, but she never got those credits. Okay? It's insanity to me. Like, let me just pause here and say, like, I don't say these numbers lightly. It's actually crazy to conjure up that amount of money in that little time. It's wild. I am so freaking grateful for every single person that has ever given me $1. Oh gosh, it just feels so heavy. But not in a bad way. I feel the weight of it in that I don't take it for granted. Okay, so that was a lot. The goal was 100,000. All added up together. Actually, I forgot to add up affiliate income. You know what? I'm going to pause and do that. Hey, one moment, please. Okay, so I just added it up. It really was minimal, $503. that is side notes. Affiliate income, I've really got to get better at increasing that, because I think that would be a really easy way to increase my monthly recurring revenue. Anyway, so goal was 100K, right? All products, including my membership, affiliate income, all of that jazz. LizWilcox.com made 87,617. So 87.6% of the way to the goal. Not bad, especially when you consider the economy. And I say that kind of not rolling my eyes. I know the economy is doing some wild things right now, but I also know that what I do is more than reasonably priced, and can help people make money. But also, we did this without murdering ourselves, right? Without staying awake super late at night, getting up early, missing breakfast, not being able to take the kid to school, stuff like that. So that, again, this feels absolutely wild to me that I can conjure up that kind of money with my team while going to bed at night, etc. So the membership, the $9 thing, so had $12,724. I also did a lifetime pass, so only to people who had been in the membership for 3 years got this offer, and it was like, hey, why don't you upgrade to a lifetime deal? It's $400. I offered a 3 pay on that, so some people took me up on that. We made 27 sales. Some people got discounts because their yearly annual subscription had just re-upped, so I gave them $100 off. So people pay between $300 and $400 for that. That was an additional $6,770, which of course some people are on a payment plan, so that'll up my recurring for April and May as well. Affiliates, $503. I already mentioned that. And then other people buying one-off products, that was another $22.85. So again, that's $87,617. And then that leaves the annual pass, right? So the annual pass made $65,335. Crazy, 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 crazy. So we had 269 renewals. So people that already had the annual pass had bought in March 2022 or 2023, because we didn't sell it 2024, right? 269 renewals. So those people, that's the second or third time they're re-upping. That feels pretty remarkable. That's amazing. And then we had 326 new pass holders. So amazing. Now, with that annual pass and that $65,000, we had 50 upsells at $35. So the upsell was co-working for $35, 6 months for $35. We made 50 orders. That's an additional $1,750, $1,750. So that's included in that $65K. That feels actually amazing. That feels like a decent conversion rate. Actually, let's see. So 50 over 326, that's a 15% conversion rate for the upsell. That feels pretty good. I've done upsells in the past where it was like 2%. So this feels good. And shout out to Amy, who works for me now. She came up with the price. I was like, oh, I want to do, I want to do something low cost for the co-working, like maybe 6 months for 50. And she was like, well, if you really are worried about conversions and people being surprised by the upsell, why not $35? I think she actually said 3 months for $35, but I was like, I'll throw in 6 months, whatever. So shout out to Amy, shout out to brainstorming, shout out to asking people what they think. Even if you don't have members on your team, get a hive mind, get your friends in on this. Now, of that $65,000, 26% of that was made by affiliates. So affiliates made 26% of the sales. That's pretty awesome. And the overall conversion rate, so people that looked at the sales page, people that bought, the conversion rate was 11.5%. That feels pretty good, but it also is average for me. I usually get between 11 and 13% conversion rate on that sales page, so that feels really good. We also had 6 refunds. Blech. 6 refunds, which was $628. How that works out is so anyone, like if they're on a pass, they're it's an annual subscription. So we send out a ton of, hey, this is rebilling. Hey, this is rebilling. Hey, we don't want to bill you if you don't want this. But of course, every once in a while, somebody's like, oh my gosh, I didn't see them. And on a case by case basis, we decide, are we going to refund or not? So it was only 1%. So only 6. And then we don't. And this is an option for y'all. We do not give a full refund. We do a full refund minus the processing fees. So if Stripe is charging us $10, we're $108 minus the 10. So we say, yeah, sure, we'll refund you on a case by case, because it's like Netflix. If you get charged for Netflix, they don't refund you, right? You still have access for 30 days. That's the same. Like I say it with love, but I do my job as a business owner not to charge you if you don't want to be charged. But I cannot be solely responsible for your finances, right? And also, my product is awesome if you paid attention and used it to even half of its capacity and capabilities. You would make that $100, that $108 charge in 30 days. So I say it with love, but my product is low cost, crazy high value. I'm not just dishing out refunds because you decide you don't want to do email anymore. Anyway, however that sounds is how it sounds. That's how I feel. I've been at this for 4 years. So we had 6 refunds, not bad at all. We do refund minus the processing fees because, again, it's not, where does the responsibility lie? I have sent you 4, maybe 5 or 6 emails saying, hey, babe, I'm going to charge you. Hey, in 2 weeks, you're going to be charged. Hey, in 1 week, hey, tomorrow you're going to be charged, right? Like, what is my responsibility? Why should I absorb the cost because you read the email and promptly forgot? All right. And then I want to say I also had 73 failed charges. So people that were supposed to be charged, and for whatever reason, the credit card was declined, right? So that's like an additional $7,000, $8,000 almost. I'm putting it in quotes, lost. I don't really believe in lost money, unless you literally put it somewhere and forgot where it was. That money was never mine, right? So 73 failed charges, which, ouch, that totally sucks, though. That totally sucks. I wish I had those 73 customers still. And that might be something in the future, Amy, if you're listening, that we create a better sequence on. We have a failed charge sequence. We have a process, but perhaps we could have a better one because, yeah, it would be nice to win back some of those failed charges. So anyway, overall, again, goal was 100,000. We got 87.617% of the way. We made $87,617. That feels like a win. Now, what the heck is Liz Wilcox doing with all that money? Well, y'all, to be honest, I owe a crap ton of taxes between my survivor money and not paying quarterly taxes last year. I know. I'm a little behind. So the majority of it is going to taxes and went straight to my tax account. And I'm waiting on my accountant to kind of run some numbers. And then we'll be making a large payment on that. Really, I should just take the whole thing and put it on taxes. I'll be honest with you. I owe like $62,000 in taxes. But that's only because I opened up, I'll just be honest with you. It was $68,000. And then my accountant said, well, if you put some into a SEP IRA for you and your sister, because my sister works for me, shout out Patricia, that will limit your tax burden or whatever. So of this $87,000, I've already put nearly $20,000 into retirement accounts for my sister and myself, but I still owe $62,000, which is literally the whole launch, right? $20,000 plus $62,000 is $82,000. What I made $5,000. So it sounds like a lot of money, but mo money, mo problems. It's really not a problem. I just should have been paying quarterly taxes. I think I only paid the quarterly for like Q1 last year, and then I don't know what happened. Like I said at the beginning of this episode, I was being aired on an international TV show. I was not, the internet was not a kind place, and I kind of shriveled up into my shell like a turtle and literally did not think about taxes. So I owe a SHITTON crap ton of money on taxes. So honestly, I would like to spend more money, giving bonuses, etc., etc. I have given Patricia a raise this year, and Amy gets paid very well hourly. So I don't feel too bad, but I wish I could give them both a little bit of a launch bonus. But I owe so much in taxes. Oh my gosh. I will never not pay quarterly taxes again. I've learned my lesson. Working hard to make this $87,000 and then having most of it, almost all of it, go to taxes is a real PETA. It's a real pain in my wah. So I've learned my lesson. I will be paying quarterly taxes, and most of this has gone into my taxes bucket. But honestly, thank the good Lord that the sale went well, and I am blessed and privileged to be able to take this money and pay my taxes. So I promise I am steeped in gratitude for that. Anyway, that's the tea. It's been almost 20 minutes. I'll let you go. Thanks for hanging out. For all you nosy Nellies out there, that was March 2025. That's how much money I made. That's what the money's going to. And I'll see you on the next episode. Oh, join the membership. Want more transparency like this? Want to know how the heck you can conjure up $87,000 in 30 days or less? Want to know how you can make so much money that you owe $60,000 in taxes? I do it with email marketing. So join email marketing membership. Link in the show notes. I'm Liz Wilcox. You're awesome. I'll see you on the next episode, my friend.